All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on crypto every day. My name's Austin, and before we get to announcements straight from the horse's mouth, this is not a rumor, this is straight from HTC. HTC says that its next smartphone will run a full Bitcoin node. Hey, before we get to that, I don't know if anybody's had a chance to check out the market this weekend. Maybe you're taking a break. Maybe you're celebrating Mother's Day, but Bitcoin's not taking a break. In the last 24 hours, we have shattered the $7,000 mark for Bitcoin. We're now at $7,200, seeming to be stabilized there. And in the last 48 hours, the price of Bitcoin has gone up over $1,000 in less than 48 hours. Just 2 days ago, we were around 6,280, and 2 days later, we shot right up to 7,400, almost 80. That's almost $1,200 in the last 48 hours. Feels like we are in bull territory. This feels like a bull market. Kind of almost feels wrong to say we spent so long in a bear market. Do we even remember anymore what it feels like to be in a bull market? I don't know how much merit you put anymore into TA. Me personally, I like to pull from TA, FA, as many A's as I can. But the TAs of the group, the people doing the technical analysis, are now saying that expect an $8,000 Bitcoin before we have that impending pullback. Of course, that's what everybody said, that we'd see a pullback at 6,000. Everybody said we'd see a pullback right where those dots are, right there. We shot past it. Bitcoin's a volatile beast. Now, whether we see a pullback or not, whether it's at 8,000 or whether it's today at 7,200, in my opinion, we've gained a lot in the last 4 weeks. The last month, we've seen really positive growth in the market. So if we do pull back, as long as we can keep 25%, 50% of this growth, whatever it is, as long as we can keep stepping forward, that's what I'm looking for. And if you're wondering what's behind the Bitcoin rally to 7,000, does it feel unnatural to you, or does it feel like the most natural thing in the world after so much bear for the last 2 years? Well, some things that we've talked about before, I just want to highlight for you now. For instance, BTC broke above the 200-day and 50-week moving averages, signaling an end to the bear trend that we've seen for the last year and a half. So 2 technical indicators signaling that this was the official end of the bear market. That was a bullish sign. Another bullish sign is there's been talks about an ongoing short squeeze, something that we talked about in yesterday's video. As the short side, open interest on platforms like Bitfinex and BitMEX have begun to reach new heights. With the daily funding rate not showing signs of stopping soon, shorts have begun to close their positions and even may cause a short squeeze in the near future, whereas many positions are closed due to cascading stop losses. This was put out yesterday, and I want to bring you this chart. The short squeeze already happened yesterday, which is an extremely bullish sign. Ouch. $28 million worth of shorts just got squeezed into liquidation. Burn shorts equals bullish news. And that's because a lot of people right around here were betting that we're going to see that retracement. We never did, and the shorts got squeezed. And you know what? It's not just Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin dominance is up to 59%, a figure that we haven't seen since the 2017-2018 bull run, Bitcoin dominance this high, some altcoins are starting to recover. This is the altcoins against their Satoshi value, how much they've gained or lost against Bitcoin in the last hour, day, 7 days. And while you can see over the last day, but really that's not the case anymore. I guess just mainly in the last hour, some of these altcoins have started to recover. If you look on the 7-day chart, it's very much still Bitcoin's game. That's me. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're getting any value from today's video, give it a like. Why not? HTC says its next smartphone will run a full Bitcoin node. And this is not a rumor from some quote-unquote unnamed source. This is right from them. Mobile phone manufacturer HTC wants to let its smartphone customers, you, me, plug into the Bitcoin blockchain. Speaking on Saturday at the Magical Crypto Conference in New York, HTC's Phil Chen revealed a new, low-cost version of its blockchain phone. This is a blockchain phone that we knew that HTC had in their back pocket, the Exodus 1s. But this announcement caught a lot of people by surprise, announcing that the device will be capable of acting as a full node for the Bitcoin network, meaning its customers will store the entire blockchain's data on their device. The reason that you'd want a full node, the reason you might want to get this cell phone is, hey, you want to be part of increasing Bitcoin's network effect, increasing Bitcoin's decentralization. HTC is getting on that boat. Phil Chen, HTC's decentralized chief officer, told CoinDesk that the company is targeting a release by the end of Q3 of this year. The Exodus 1s, is going to be a lot cheaper and it will be a lot more accessible, he says. The device will retail for between $250 and $300. And yeah, $300 is not nothing, but to have so many capabilities on the new latest phone, I think it's feasible, personally. We think that's foundational to the whole decentralized internet and just the whole fundamental premise, he said. If you don't own your keys, you don't own your Bitcoin, and you don't own your crypto. He believes from a technological standpoint, smartphones today are physically capable of handling the effort, noting that computer chips and storage media are constantly becoming cheaper and more efficient. The Bitcoin blockchain is about 200 gigabytes, and it's growing by about 60 gigs per year. And those numbers are reasonable to hold on a smartphone. Imagine the iPod with 256 gigs. The iPod user, it doesn't want just one song. The music fan wants to keep the whole music library on their iPod. Well, same with the crypto fan. The crypto fan wants to keep the whole Bitcoin blockchain on their smartphone, presumably. And HTC finishes by saying, you can be part of the Bitcoin revolution by contributing to the security of the whole network, said Chen. Will you be buying? Would you buy this phone? I think a lot of people would. And you know what? I did a little bit of digging, and this title, in a sense, it's a little misleading in the fact that the HTC phone will host a limited node with the option of hosting an external SD for increased storage, which that increased storage will give the phone the full node capability. Either way, exciting news. Next piece of news, new update on this Binance hack in terms of when regular Binance activities will resume. Binance's CZ informs customers about the resumption of deposits and withdrawal services. CEO of Binance, CZ, informed that withdrawals and deposit services would be restarted early next week. Somebody tweeted at him, "Hey CZ, how long till the deposit/withdrawals suspend is over?" CZ answered, "We're aiming for the early part of next week. Better safe than sorry this time. Please bear with us. Your understanding is much appreciated." So it's coming. With the largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, soaring almost every day and aiming to cross 7K. Wow, we've already crossed 7K. The users of Binance are anxious to get better returns and deposit more Bitcoin. One of the Twitter users asked the CEO to hurry up the process in order to deposit BTC, and the CEO explained, "Working on it day and night." Of course, some people don't just want to deposit Bitcoin. Some people want to withdraw a little Bitcoin too. Take some profits. And to sum it all up, the changes that will be on Binance after this little hack is there's significant changes to the API, two-factor authentication, and withdrawal validation areas, which was an area exploited by the hackers during this incident. So Binance remodel is underway. I like it. Last piece of news, Mike Novogratz says Web 3.0 will change the world, but it will not affect Bitcoin. The reason I want to bring this to you is because Mike, obviously perennial bull, so he always veers a little more bullish than bearish about Bitcoin, which I don't mind, I like. But I like the perspective he offered on Bitcoin versus Web 3.0. Web 3.0 would be Cardano, Tron, Ethereum, EOS, any of those people vying the world's largest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. It's not going to change the world, says Mike Novogratz, as it is just a store of value, Mike Novogratz said at Consensus Ethereal Summit on May 11th. And he offers some perspective. Starting with Bitcoin, as it came first, Novogratz claims that the coin has really establishing itself as a store of value, noting that it's kind of finished in terms of fulfilling its use case as a store of value. And this is where I'm going to disagree with Mike Novogratz a little bit. It's not 100% proven that Bitcoin is a store of value. If it was 100% proven that Bitcoin was a store of value, then there would be no questioning on whether to invest in Bitcoin or not. If it was proven, then when it is proven, I can see Bitcoin reaching well over 100K, going towards 1 million, because there'd be no downside. So the jury's still, I think it's a store of value, but in terms of institutions, not quite proven yet. But either way, Mike Novogratz is saying that that's its use case. It doesn't have smart contracts or Web 3.0, so Bitcoin's done in that regard. Since Bitcoin represents a store of value or acts as digital gold, it's not going to change the world, Novogratz argued. He further stated that instead, it is Web 3.0 that has the potential to change the world. According to Novogratz, Web 3.0 envisions a revolution in how networks function and data is treated, as it is a decentralized platform to process information. Also, value of Web 3.0, it's separating data from the processing of that data. The investor noted that the public ecosystems such as Ethereum and lots of competition are vying for this space. Let me know if you agree. He finishes by making a very bullish statement. He says, recently, Novogratz made yet another Bitcoin prediction, claiming that the majority of cryptocurrency will beat its all-time record of $20,000. That the major cryptocurrency, so Bitcoin, will beat $20,000 within the next 18 months. So not by the end of this year, but he says by next year. I don't know. Seems to be doing pretty well today. Anyway, that's the video for today. My name's Austin. Hey, appreciate you tuning in today. You already know this, but I'll see you tomorrow.